really like the mirror thing because it put a lot of people in uncomfortable situations. Because while it made voting certain people a little easy, like to single somebody out, you also had to think about the other person that you're in an alliance with, and you had to vote. So that was smart. I like that, Aaron. I just don't like those people that double cross, but that's playing the game now. When they were voting for me and Carly at the same time, it was more so to get me out than her, because like I said, they were all four. They were working together, so I feel like it was more so to get me out. I just got lucky that one time because we voted for Ann, and then when we voted for her, that was like, I think it was 4 at that point. So it was I don't know, I hated that, but I did like it at the same time.
To the final 7, welcome to week number 5. We are going to get started right away with our first immunity challenge of the evening. For this challenge, I'm going to tell you a little story here, and afterward, I'm going to have some questions on said story, in which that'll be held through Kahoot. The person that wins the challenge will receive immunity. In addition to immunity, you are also playing for reward. I know, ever so slight reward here. The winner of this challenge will also get to choose the order that everyone takes their turn in the next immunity challenge. May help you win another immunity. Are we ready for the story? We're going to do a brief oral history of Survivor Mac Edition. I'm thrilled that we had so many different people turn out for this season. Doing this game has been something that I've always wanted to do. Whenever I went to the Mount, I was like, well, we can easily do this, like not a problem in a college setting. And after my first semester, I came home, and one of my best friends from high school, he went to the University of Maryland, and he's like, you'll never guess what we did my first semester at University of Maryland. I was like, did you play Survivor? And he's like, yep. He's like, we played Survivor. And it ended up being my sophomore year, the spring of 2015. That's whenever we got started with the very first season of Survivor Mac Edition. Took a little bit to get our feet off the ground. We had a smaller group. We only had maybe about 13 people. People were still trying to kind of learn the game and see how things go, but as seasons went on, we progressed a little bit further. Every season that we play, as soon as we hit the merge, we always do musical chairs as the first challenge going into the merge. Twice in, I don't know what seasons it were, but it was really early on. I did a loved ones challenge where we actually brought family members of the players that were left in the game to campus, and people, like the players that were left, they had like no idea. And that was actually really cool. Ryan Stewart, but he played in one of the early seasons. His family, like his parents and his little brother, made like a 2.5-hour drive from Pittsburgh to show up at like 9 o'clock at night at the Mount. They did about a 5-minute challenge. Ryan won the challenge, ended up winning the season. And then his family like drove back that night. But that was also like kind of cool. It's really hard to like put together and pull off, but it was really fun to do. But so Ryan he won that season. That was season 2. And then he won the season right after that. He won season 3 as well. And then Tamara George won seasons 5 and 6. So in our first 6 seasons, we only had like 4 different winners because Ryan and Tammy, they had each won twice, which was like really weird. Our 4th season, we had Gavin Spellmeyer force not 1, but 2 rock draws, the only 2 rock draws that we've ever had in the game in back-to-back weeks. We get to season number 7. That was our first season that we had a staff member play. That was Ryan Need, a current cross-country coach. Made it to the final 3, finished in 2nd that season, gotten 3 straight Program of the Year awards from SGA. You go to about the fall of 18, we did our first ever alumni game, which was season number 9. Very intense gameplay. The students versus the alums clashed head to head, but in a good way. A lot of friendships were made, a lot of fun times were had. Spring, we finished our 14th season, and like within 48 hours after that was whenever they shut down the school and everything shut down for COVID. So we just got season 14 in like just in time. And since things still weren't fixed up by the fall, season 15 was our first virtual season, similar to what you guys are competing in now. So season 15 was the first virtual. You guys are doing the second virtual season. And that is the oral history of Survivor Mac Edition. So, who's ready to get to the challenge? Here we go. Where did Aaron's friend attend school that played Survivor before Survivor Mac Edition came into existence? Was it A, University of Maryland, B, Penn State, C, Pitt, or D, St. Francis? Everybody says University of Maryland. Nice and quick, everybody is correct. Let's see how fast everyone gave the answers. Michaela W. moving up the ladder to the first place spot. Lexa close behind. Question number 2. What semester was the very first season of Survivor Mac Edition? Was it fall of 2014, spring of 15, fall of 15, or spring of 16? Ooh, lots of mixed answers here, but we had the spring of 2015 as the correct answer. Lucy moves into the number 1 slot, followed closely by Luke. Very closely by Luke, to be exact. Michaela W. falls into the 3 slot. Question number 3. How many times has Survivor Mac Edition performed a loved ones challenge? Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4 times? Lots of quick responses, but again, 4 is the correct answer. Lucy holds on to that number 1 spot, although she is in a tie at the moment with Luke. We better not end up getting another tie, because that's just going to mess things up here. With my luck, there'd be a tie. Question 4, which player forced both rock draws in season 4 before getting eliminated? Ryan Stewart, Garrett Harrison, Jordan Terry, Gavin Spellmeyer. 5 of you chose the correct answer. Gavin Spellmeyer. Luke is now in first place, followed closely by Lucy and Michaela W. Question number 5. Who was the first staff member to ever play Survivor Mac Edition? Ryan Stewart, Lucy Craig, Ryan Nee, or none of the above? Tricky, tricky. Who could it be? It is Ryan Nee. 3 of you picked the wrong Ryan, but Ryan Nee is the correct answer. Michaela W. moves into the 2nd slot. Lucy falls down a peg. Question number 6. What season was the first alumni game in Survivor Mac Edition history? Season 8, Season 9, Season 10, or Season 11? Season 9. Lots of mixed answers. Only 3 people got it right. Luke maintains his lead. Luke has a big lead now in this challenge. Question number 7. Which of the following players has not won Survivor Mac Edition twice? Tamara George, Garrett Harrison, Ryan Stewart, or none of the above? Lots of mixed reactions yet again, but the majority of you got the correct answer. It is Garrett Harrison. Luke really pulling ahead now, about a 2,000-point lead here. Gonna be tough to beat Luke at this point. Question number 8. How many times has Survivor Mac Edition been awarded SGA's Program of the Year award? 0, 1, 2, or 3? Everybody got that one. I knew you would. 7 is the correct answer. Or 7 of you got it right, for 3 being the correct answer, I should say. Everyone maintains their positions here with 8 questions in. 2 to go. Question 9. Which season of Survivor Mac Edition was the first to be held 100% virtually? Season 14, 15, 16, or none of the above? Season 15 is the correct answer. I don't know who the one was that said 16, but that is the season you are playing right now. It is not this season. We did it back in the fall. 15 was the correct answer. At this point, I think it may be a runaway for Luke. But regardless, let's do question number 10. By tradition, what challenge is always the first to be completed once the game reaches the merge? Musical chairs, trivia, blindfold challenge, or a scavenger hunt? You all got it right. Here we go. 3rd place, 8 out of 10 right, Lucy. 2nd with 8 out of 10 right, Michaela W. And Luke Lockard with all 10 right. Congratulations, Luke. You have won immunity for this challenge. And a reward coming at the next tribal council, or excuse me, at the next immunity challenge. As for the remaining 6 of you, one of you will be joining the jury in just a few moments. But don't forget, because you probably did, this is the round that I mentioned way back when, that there will be a twist coming at the tribal council with the eliminated player. Said it was going to be at 6. It's going to be 7 going down to 6, which is where we're at right now. Can't tell you what it is, but keep it in mind as you strategize. Just when you think you know what's going to happen, there's something different coming around the corner. Take a few minutes, strategize, and we will meet back here in a few for Tribal Council.
I think who's next in the chopping block from my point of view is I'm kind of trying to go after either Jeremiah or Lucy. Keeping Luke in the game is good just because, I mean, we're getting down to numbers, but you always have him as a target before yourself because everyone knows how well he played last year and he has a lot of connections. But final 3, ideally, hopefully me, Michaela, and Alexa going into the final 3. I mean, that's going to be tough. It's going to be tough with 3 of us working together, but that's ideal if we make it that far. Luke is kind of straggling behind. You can tell he has no one really left to work with since Kate didn't get back in and Mike left, so he's kind of been trying to get in somewhere in an alliance, so we kind of have him out there too if we need votes, so it helps a little bit.
Luke, walk me through that challenge. Swept it, got clean sweep, all 10. You lived to see the final 6.
Yeah, so like memory has been actually one of my stronger suits just in general. That's how I've been able to pass tests during college when I don't study at all. Like I have a pretty good memory. If you may remember a couple seasons ago, we did something similar with like pictures. I think it was alumni season. And I didn't even have a challenge winning that one at all because I swiped everybody through. So that's kind of like my forte is being able to memorize things. So 10 out of 10, I would do it again too. It's really fun. So.
Lex, tell me, is this a still like is it a divided tribe? Are we all together? I mean, last vote, it was a unanimous vote out of James. So is this a group that no one really wants to get rid of anybody here? Or is this still, we've got a couple different alliances and it just so happened that everyone's common goal fell in line last round?
I think right now it's pretty like even across the board. I think James was the last one of the group that all of us were going to agree on. So I think Luke's laughing. I think right now it's I think this vote's gonna be all over the place. I don't think anybody really knows who to vote for from what I'm hearing.
Michaela W., are you concerned at all about the twist that is coming this round? Do you have any idea as to what it might be?
It's kind of like making me think a little bit. My gut feeling is maybe this 7th eliminated person will eliminate the 6th on their own. So that's kind of scary. So you don't really want to backstab anyone right now because they might think it was you that voted them out and then they're going to vote you out. So yeah, I'm kind of nervous.
Jeremiah, you said you've been kind of MIA the last couple days. Do you feel like that might hurt you at all this round? Have you not had the chance potentially to talk with some of the people left in the game?
Just because I've been sick and gone doesn't mean I'm not on my game still. You know what I mean? I'm still in here. You know what I mean? But I mean, I don't know. Yeah, nah, I'm still good. I think I'll be fine.
Carly, what's been the talk of idols here? We've only really seen Luke's played right after the merge. Do you think people are just holding on to them? Do you think that they are just waiting to play them at the right moment? Like, what's been the talk about any immunity idols in the game?
Well, there hasn't been much talk
Anyone else have anything they want to say before we vote? If not, take a selfie of your vote. Send it my way, please. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you would like to play it, now is the time to do so. All right.
Yeah.
First vote, Lucy. Lucy. 2 votes, Lucy. Carly. Carly. We're tied. 2 votes, Lucy. 2 votes, Carly. Jeremiah. Jeremiah. That's 2 votes, Lucy. 2 votes, Carly. 2 votes, Jeremiah. 1 vote left.
A vote left.
The 13th player voted out and the 6th member of our jury. Jeremiah.
Oh my gosh.
Jeremiah, the tribe has not yet spoken for you.
Oh God.
You have been given the opportunity to be saved via the Guardian Angel Advantage. Listen carefully. I'm going to set a timer on my phone. I'm going to give you a task to complete. If you can complete the task in the given amount of time, you will be considered safe, and the person with the next highest amount of votes will go home, in which case this is a tie between Lucy and Carly.
Oh,
So we have to revote. If you not complete the task in the given time, you will be officially eliminated out of the game as the 6th member of the jury. Jeremiah, to this point in the game, you need to give me the boot order. You need to give me the order of every single person that was eliminated so far in this game, including those that earned their spot back into the game. You need to get it all in the correct order. I'm going to 45 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. Give me the first person voted out of this game. I'll tell you if you're correct.
Rachel.
That is correct. Give me the second person voted out of this game.
Is it Kennedy?
Oh, no. It was not Kennedy. It was Lucy. Very quick there, but nevertheless, your opportunity to be saved falls just short. Jeremiah, we thank you very much for playing. Your time in this game is over.
It was definitely a surprise. Like, I thought it was going to be another one of them instances where I was, like, saved. Because I've come close, like, so many times from getting eliminated. I mean, to getting eliminated and just didn't happen. But I thought it was going to be another one. And my luck ran out. But I don't know. More so, it surprised me because literally I was texting them and, like, who we voting for. And then, turns out it was me. That's fine. Since the 4 of them were in cahoots and I think all of them were already going to vote my direction, it makes sense. We have to give my number 1 spot to Carly. That one challenge we had where it was like, you know, where we was paired up, she wasn't the best, but at the same time, like, I don't know, she was still trying her hardest. And she hasn't really been, like, manipulating the game. She's just been going with the flow. So I'd give it to her. Next semester, do not expect me to be so nice. This time I was a worker. Next time I'm going to be calling the shots. I'm not going to be asking people who to vote for. I'm going to be telling people who to vote for next time.
That was kind of the trio, Michaela, Lex, and other Michaela. I think that was part of their plan whenever I hit a playback, and then Lucy and I got on the same team. They were probably thinking, hey, try to win one of them over and carry us into whatever.
This is what we're going to do for this round. Each of you is going to be given a color on this board. One at a time, you're going to make a move to choose to move to a shape next to you in any way. Every time you make a move, there'll be a shape on the board that turns red. When you have no more moves that you can make, you are out of the challenge. Last person left wins immunity. Luke, you won the last challenge, so you get to choose the order. In addition to immunity, winner of this challenge will also win reward. Tell me what you're playing for.
Herb tickets.
Oh, how'd you know? Winner of this challenge will receive 2 grandstand level tickets at People's Natural Gas Field for any 2021 home game. Carly, go ahead, make your first move.
Down.
Lucy, make your move.
Left.
Michaela K.
I'm gonna do left.
Lex, go ahead, make your move.
Go forward, but. I'm gonna go just to the left.
Right there. Okay. Luke, go ahead.
I'm going forward left.
Michaela W.
Right.
Left.
Carly's going left.
Forward right.
Straight up.
To the left. Up.
I'm gonna go straight up from that one.
Kayla W. closing in on Luke here a little bit.
The slightly down to the right.
Down to the right.
Down to the left.
First instance of players side by side.
Up to the left. To the right. Down.
I'm gonna go straight up.
And I'll go left.
Things are starting to get a little interesting here. Kayla W.
Straight up.
Straight down again.
It's gonna go straight down.
Straight up.
Right.
Carly moves to the right. With that, Lucy boxed out. Lucy's got nowhere to go. Lucy is out of this challenge.
I'll just go straight down again.
It's hard to look ahead here to see the spots that are left, but the order could come down to things here.
Up. To the left.
The top left.
To the left.
I'll just go straight up.
Down, like the bottom one on the left.
Michaela W. stays alive for one more round. Everything's starting to fall into place now. Carly makes her one move. All 5 of you to come down to these last few moves here. You all did a pretty good job for 5 of the 6 of you to stay in for this long. Lex has nowhere to go. Lex is officially out of the challenge. Luke, go ahead.
Yeah, let's go top.
Michaela W. has nowhere to go. She is now out of this challenge. Carly with only 1 spot left to move. Michaela K. out of options. Michaela K. is out of this challenge. Luke will move into his last spot. And wouldn't you know it, I said whenever we were going into the last challenge that picking the order may determine things. Carly, it is your turn, but you are out of options of places to go. Luke is the last person left on the board. So with that, Luke wins immunity for this round. Congratulations, Luke. As for the rest of you, Take a few minutes, strategize. We'll meet back in a bit for tribal.
Well, it became very obvious in that challenge that we were doing that, like, once I made a move that I shouldn't have, and I went back the other way. And as soon as I started doing that, and Carly started kind of like boxing me in, I knew that like they were just gonna get me out. That last challenge that you did, I felt like there was a little like roommate help, I guess is the easiest way to say that. And like I just feel it's more fun when you play with people, like you have alliances, yes, but it's also more fun when you really are playing the game and trying to like play your own game. And I feel like this season it's been a lot of people just kind of being like going together and not like actually playing their own game. It's just them being together.
Luke, I feel like you just have, I don't know whether it's good luck or good karma or whatever in these like final 6 kind of win by default challenges. You won with the Battleship Challenge last semester at the final 6. Here you are now, immune for another round.
It feels different because I'm not used to winning that many challenges. Like last year, I think I won 1 or 2. So these random luck / memory challenges in that is really up my alley now all of a sudden, and I don't know how because luck was never on my side, but hey, I take it.
You picked to go like 5th, I think, in the order or whatever it was that you picked. You didn't pick first, you didn't pick last, and it ended up that it came down to the moves. Carly was to go first before you.
Yeah, the way that I wanted to play it, this is kind of going to deal with like, strategy and stuff of the game. You don't want to be the very last person to make a move, so you can kind of plan ahead what they're going to do, but you also don't want to be the first because sometimes if you go first, you're going to end up getting cut off pretty quickly. You allow some people to play ahead of you and some people to play behind you, so it's like 4 and 5 are pretty interchangeable.
Michaela W., at the final 6, is this still an alliance-based game, or are people starting to look toward the final 3 and who they want to bring to the end to face the jury at the end?
I think you said it correctly that it was alliance-based, but now we're getting down to the wire. You got to think about who played a good game, who's winning challenges, and who's on the jury. Because if you look and see original tribes or who they've been on tribes with, they might get that vote. So you got to think about that. They all play a factor.
Carly, have you made talks with anyone to discuss a potential final 3? Or in turn, has anyone talked to you and potentially discussed going to the end together as a final 3?
No, not really.
Do you think that concerns you at all, that perhaps no one is interested in taking you to the end? Or does that not concern you?
Yeah, it does a little bit.
How about you, Lucy?
I cannot say that anyone has talked to me. I've talked to people, but like not about Final 3 or anything. Which, to be honest, I'm just happy to be here. I just want to play the game.
All right, go ahead. Take a selfie of your vote. Send it my way, please. All right. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you would like to play it, now is the time to do so. All right. I'll read the votes. First vote, Lucy. Lucy. It's 2 votes, Lucy. Carly. Carly. 2 votes, Lucy. 2 votes, Carly. Lucy. 3 votes, Lucy. 2 votes, Carly. 1 vote left. 14th person voted out. And the 7th member of our jury. Lucy. Lucy. Tribe has spoken.
If they were worried about getting me out of that challenge, then they were going to vote me out. Because I knew that either me or Luke was next, like if we didn't win. like the 4 girls who are left, we knew that all 4 of them were going to vote together one way or another. So we pretty at that point I was like, they're not going to turn. They're not going to vote against each other. So this has been a really tough season, and I just don't know how to. I think it's really going to come down to that last challenge and who pulls it out and does their best to really compete for it. I just feel like this season has been a lot of people riding on each other's backs to get through the challenges. I'll wait till final tribal, see what everybody else has to say, see how this last challenge goes next week.
Let's jump right into the next challenge here. You're going to have a chance at replaying some of our challenges for this season. Each round is going to be a different challenge. One person will be eliminated each round. So, to start, we're going to do everyone's least favorite thing. We're going to do drawing a number at random here. Top 4. Luke's favorite thing, Michaela's hating me. Oh, everyone's hating me but Carly right now, and Carly's probably just thinking it. So, first round, the top 4 numbers will stay alive. Person with the lowest number will be out of this challenge. Michaela W. This is your tab. Go ahead.
F7.
Is a 3. Alexa. This is your tab.
G8.
It is an 8. Alexa will move on to the next round. Michaela K.
I'll do H4.
Is a 6. Michaela K moving on to the next round. Luke. Here's your tab.
I'll go I7.
I7 is a 4, just squeaking it out, but Luke moves on. Carly, it's down to this. Either you or Michaela W will be eliminated this round. Pick a tab. Pick a board.
J9.
Oh, it's a 3. We'll have to go to a tiebreaker. So suspenseful. Here we go. Michaela W, here's your new set of numbers to choose from. Make a selection, please.
C2.
Still sticking with the 3s. 3 to beat for Carly. Go ahead and make your selection from this tab.
D5.
D5. The answer is... it's a 10. Carly moves on. Michaela W out of this challenge. For the next round, it's our favorite. It's the scavenger hunt. I am looking for a printed photo. And go. A printed photo. Alexa is good. Michaela K is good, and Luke is good. Carly did not get back in time. It was close, but Luke squeaked it out. Next round. Repeat the sequence in the chat and go. Michaela K was the only one to get it right. Too late, Luke and Alexa, so you two are going to have another showdown here. Here we go. Give me the 5th number in the sequence and go. Correct answer was 6. Alexa had it. Luke out of this challenge. So it all comes down to Michaela K and Alexa. You know what's in the bag. There's straws, there's M&Ms, and there's a little Dixie cup. Go ahead, pull them out. 30 seconds on the clock. Whoever has the most will win immunity. Survivors ready. And go. Stop.
Can't breathe.
Coming up with about 13 or 14 for Michaela K. And we got about 16 or 17 for Alexa. With that, Alexa wins immunity and guarantees herself a spot in the Final Four next week. Congratulations, Alexa. As for Luke, Carly, and both Michaelas, one of your games is about to come to an end. Take a few minutes, strategize, and we'll meet back here in a few for the vote. Don't forget, if there's anyone out there that still possesses a hidden immunity idol, this is the final round in which a hidden immunity idol can be played. Good luck.
I think the only thing that kept me in this far was winning challenges. If we look at every challenge that I've won this year, is probably the most that I've won in any season. So, it shows how strong I was as a competitor.
So tell me, Alexa, you made it. You won immunity. You're in the Final Four. Still alive come next week. How's it feel?
It feels good. I mean, this is my first time playing, so I definitely did not expect to make it all the way to finale week. But I mean, I haven't won immunity since the bingo one, so I think I waited a good time to pull this one out.
On the flip side, Luke, you've won the last 2 immunities. Any concern at all that it could be you this round?
I think anytime anybody doesn't win immunity, they're concerned, at least in some bit, whether or not you think you could have the best alliance in the entire group from day one, and you can get voted out just like that, all depending on what the others are saying. So, I'm in a perfect world. Yeah, you could technically win every immunity. Is that ever going to happen? 9 times out of 10, probably not. And, just roll with what we got. So,
Carly, at both of the other tribals tonight, you have received votes. Any concern that you could receive more votes here this round?
I'm thinking I'll receive one.
Just one.
Who knows? Maybe I could be getting voted out, but.
Michaela W., are we going to see any idols here this season? I mean, the only thing we've seen came from Luke, and it's been pretty much dead silent other than that the whole way through. Is this going to be another? Last season, we didn't have that many idols played either.
I don't even know who has idols left. I would like to know maybe if anyone on the jury had one when they left, if you want to say anything, because I don't know if anyone has one. It wouldn't be shocking if someone did in our that's left now, but who knows?
Michaela K., you've been awful quiet all night. You got anything for the good of the group here? I feel like I haven't picked on you too much tonight.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't really have too much to say tonight. Just trying to figure stuff out and see what happens. That's all.
Are you still trying to make talks and figure out who may go to the final 3 with you? Are you planning ahead now, or are you just trying to get to this round and get through this round?
I mean, I guess sort of, yeah. Trying to get stuff worked out and everything.
Take a selfie of your vote. Send it my way, please. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you would like to play it, this is the final vote for which you can do so. All right. I'll read the votes. First vote, Carly. Luke. One vote Carly, one vote Luke. Luke. "15th person voted out and the 8th member of our jury. Luke, that's 3. That's enough for this round. Luke, for the second time this game, Tribe has spoken. Congratulations, Carly, Michaela W., Michaela K., and Alexa. You have made it to the Final Four. Next week, next Wednesday night, you will compete in your final immunity challenge to determine who moves on to the Final 3 to face the jury. One of you will come away as the winner of this season. It's been very exciting to this point. I look forward very much to see how this is going to play out. For the 4 of you that are left, grab your torches, head back to camp, and everybody, have a good night.
Look at it, I had a good run again this season. For everything that was stacked against me, even if they did kind of use me a little, I had a lot more fun than I did last year because won some challenges along the way. Kind of made a little bit better of a run than just absolutely annihilating everybody last year and then ending in third. It's going to be both Michaela's and Lex. That's just the way that I see it going down so far. Thank everybody for coming out and playing this semester. I know there was a lot more new people, more than ever. Hitting 100 players, really important. It's awesome that the program has kept going. Hopefully see you guys in person next year. Bring the same energy that you have virtually into the real game because it's going to be a lot more competitive, a lot more challenges, twists. It's going to be a lot more difficult than many of you probably think, and it'll be a blast. So